found out about these units that there's possible squatters. So what's happening is because we do have these units, we have not moved anyone off the wait list, but we are starting to transfer. Rachel just sent us a report, so we're about to start transferring those folks that was promised units over to these units that's ready.
Okay.
So that's what we're working on. The hope and prayer is to happen by the beginning of February, that we can start moving these people in to these units, and then I figure by March, no later than April, we can actually do start moving our wait lists.
Okay. Let me ask about these units that were turned, that they're saying is possible squatters in. So when we did do these unit turns, did we put the VPS vaults on those units after all the work was completed?
I thought they were, but clearly they wasn't. So if the squatters are getting in those units, then they are not.
If I may.
What's that?
I'm aware of what goes on in app one as it's my app. This is Jared Irwin, your maintenance coordinator. The 2 amps that Mr. Carter are speaking of, if that is the case, they couldn't have been occupied more than 5 days. We were in that location removing squatters from sister units Wednesday of last week. Myself and a couple of maintenance persons notified these persons. We informed them, and they did leave. If they occupy a place there on Henry, which I'm familiar with those two because the sister building next to that building, they're both one building, those 2 units. And they are turned. The sister building next to it has VPS. So it may be a case of they did it over the long weekend, but we will police that tomorrow, and I'm certain that we can get that all cleared and resolved and reclaim those, because people have been understanding of the fact that they're in the wrong, we're in the right, and we've had no type of issues with people accepting that, they have to relocate, they have to stop what they're doing and move forward with a different direction, but not including us in our homes. So if those are only 2 that Mr. Carter brought up, but that I'm aware of, that people are squatting in a unit that is turned and completed. We police those units on a regular. We have not lost a hot water tank, a faucet, a heater, nothing, because of people occupying made-ready units, glory be to God. So this is an anomaly that will be rectified tomorrow, I can assure you that. Alright, so Director Hamilton, I appreciate that on some level, but any squatter going into a squat situation know they in the wrong when they go into the place. They already know that. So I really want us to try and focus and work on doing stuff preventatively. If there's not a process in writing that's going on where this work gets done and they coordinate them coming out, because it don't take long, especially when we got an aggressive problem like squatters. Squatters don't take long. Squatters will be there in a couple hours. They see y'all finish up. They're like, oh, they just finished my place. It's all set. As soon as y'all drive off and it get dark, I'm moving in. It's time to get it going. And we just so happen to be lucky at this point that we're not getting people that's going in there doing nefarious stuff, because we can get, and we already got issues. We can get people going there squatting who not giving it up. And they're not giving it up because maintenance come by. So I want to make sure that when we get these clean and nice, we within 12 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours, as quick as we can, as close to completion as we can, get those sealed off so that we don't have to go back again. Even if it's just to protect the asset and not keep having to spend money on things that we've already done. So please work on that with sugar on top. I would truly appreciate it. Let's see. But other than that, still 200. Anybody else have any questions with regard to the asset management report?
Commissioner Strong.
Yes, ma'am.
When I looked at the REACT schedule, they said they're getting ready to do it again in February. But what was lacking that our scores went down in the 2 amps?
That's for me. You said that's for me?
Yes,
UPCS inspection. So we are having a meeting next week to look at those, look at the UPCS inspections. But what I can tell you is because it's not a lot of care that's been going on in these units. So that's why we've been going down, because we trying to bring the units back up to where it should be. So
are we rectifying it? I'm just curious.
Yes, we're in the process. That's why we're working with our maintenance. We make sure that the work orders are being done. Our resident services are actually sending us emails when there's any issues. So we are rectifying the issues. It's not a quick process, but we are getting it done. When we get complaints, we are going out there. We've been having a lot of leaks. We've been taking care of those items. When we have no heat, those type of things, we make sure we take care of those. So you have more emergencies that happen throughout the day than regular work orders that happen. So we're in the process of working through this process. It's not going to be a quick turnaround process, I can tell you that now.
So in other words, you're saying that our numbers may not go up in February. It may stay the same.
It may go up a little bit. It may. It's possible. I will never say no.
Okay. But we're going to strive for it, right?
Absolutely. With everything in us.
Gotcha.
Let's see. All right. Let's see here.
And then I'm going to ask a question under the summary of occupancy. Under, I thought Canterbury was vacant. I'm on the page 2 of this report. I thought we had moved everybody out.
So let me say
According to
this.
this, we still have 11 people occupying units.
Paperwork, they're actually still in the unit. Physically, they're not in the unit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, and then we'll talk more about that because we do have a report from HCB that tells you, what happened with some of the residents as well. Once we move down a little further, but technically we cannot move them out until they actually house somewhere. Once they get housed somewhere, then we'll move them out. So this report, you will see a different number next month.
Okay, so in other words, you have to have a number here because we're still caring for them, whether they're in a hotel or not. Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
All right, I got it now.
They still paying rent too, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm sorry, this is like this. Please forgive me.
I have a question.
Commissioner Moore.
I have a question, Chair. So if we're not supposed to have anyone at all in the units, then that means we have squatters in Canterbury.
So let me say this. We're not supposed to have anyone, but I can't force anyone to not go over there every day to check on their unit. We don't want anyone going in there, but because they still have their items in there, I can't tell them they can't go over there.
Is there some way that we can let them know that they don't need to find out if they actually live there or are they squatting? Because we do have people that are actually living over there. I mean, they put their trash out every Thursday and everything else, so I don't know.
Well, until we get everyone out of the hotel, then we can do a little more extensive things over there in Canterbury. But until then, we just can't really do too much because we can't force anybody out. Because, like I said, their personal belongings is still in the unit until they actually move out of the units.
We really don't have no way of knowing if that's just them coming back or if there are squatters then. Am I correct?
Well, we are doing a UPCS inspection on Thursday, and we'll find out if we have any squatters.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I say something to you if I make a sweater?
Who is that?
That's Vice President Carter. Okay, we're gonna do one more creative licenses. We let it go. I did it once, so I may have to eat that today. But go ahead.
Sorry about that. Listen, you have people controlling around here. They're walking around to say a couple of weeks ago. One guy that got jumped on. Of course, they robbed him, stripped him of his clothes. There on the island, and he told the police officer that someone sent him over to the court, one of the vacant units to squat in. So they are out there looking to squat in. It's the squatting units. So all these units, that's open, really need to be secure because they're out there. They're looking to do that. Thanks.
I appreciate it. Alright. I'm at right for the rest of this, bro. Go. Any other questions with regard to the asset management report? And then you say inspection started when?
We already have some of the UPCS inspections already done took place, but they're coming back on Thursday to complete Canterbury.
Okay. Alright, so that's going to take us down to C. That's going to be the housing choice voucher.
I don't know if Miss Sanford is on the line.
Yeah, I didn't see this.
She wasn't feeling well, so I'll try to go to hers. So we do have, these are the people for Canterbury residents. And these are the folks that we have one that pointed out to Lansing, one has moved in on 1121, one is waiting for a unit at a site, one is waiting for management approval, and one is still searching under his caseload. And then we have two that's searching under this person's caseload, and then we have two that actually signed a lease here. So where these two, hopefully, the ones that's waiting to assign a unit and waiting on management approval, we are working with those to see if we can get those completed before February. I know one of them won't be ready until the beginning of February. This one right here, the one that's went out to Lansing, we have Lynn that she's waiting on the apartment. The resident's waiting on the apartment complex to give her a call to sign her lease. So we are moving these folks hopefully out of this unit by February, middle of February. Everyone will be out of the hotel.
Okay. How are you doing with the inspection pickups and the pick work?
The pick work, so I did schedule a meeting with, first let's talk about the inspection. The inspections is going well, the delinquent inspections. So right now, she said it's 159, I think it was over 200 prior to, so now it's 159. There's late research, 26 late research and pick. I already set up a meeting with myself and Nancy and Anthony for next week, so we can find out why we keep getting these pick errors. So we're gonna be working on that next week, Tuesday.
Yeah, those are frustrating.
Yes, and we're gonna take care of those to find out why. That's hope and pray that change on next month's report.
Well, I hope and pray for it.
It all depends if it's our error or HUD's error. We don't know yet.
Okay.
So that's why I said that, because I'm not sure.
Alright. Let's see, so that's going to take us to...
Nothing for modernization, nothing for development.
Okay, these modernization. Okay.
Then compliance.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Is that right?
Compliance. Anthony, Mr. Watson, are you available? Did he come on?
I am available. Happy Tuesday to everyone.
Good day to you, sir.
Thank you.
Alright, so
Anybody have any questions?
C-maps. Let's see, how are we looking here? Are we getting off the stuff that we had zeros coming for? Any of that stuff getting better?
Some will get better as we do the pick cleanup. The data that you see is reflective of the quarter that is generated on pick 1 myself. I'm looking forward to the voting, not only discovering what the issues are that need to not be voted in time as we can, but also that we can get that number, that we make the necessary corrections so that the number reflects what is actually going for the housing. So as I was mentioning, and again, forgive me for this, the reports are not real time. Once a month, first weekend of the month, generation called fixed summarization takes the data that we report on 505 and upload it to that. I'm sorry, once a month, the first weekend of each month is something referred to as fixed summarization. The reports that you see for compliance reflect what is reported out of PIC based on 50058, which is the report that we upload to PIC so that HUD knows who's participating in public housing and boundary programs with Inkster Housing. So between now and the first weekend in February, we anticipate that some of those numbers will reflect better how we have performed in the year. PIC gives you generally 60 days from the effective date of an action from voted to PIC. We have just extended it to 90 days, but we're trying to get things uploaded and updated